The circular carbon economy is transforming what was formerly an industrial waste product into a valuable new resource, reducing the impact of emissions on our planet. Carbon is a remarkably flexible element, and CCUS technology is reinvigorating the green marketplace, as the captured carbon can be used to create fuels, plastics, and even soda ash, an ingredient found in household products. This new green economy is allowing forward-thinking businesses to change the way we see carbon. But each year, over 40 billion tons of this important raw material are released into the atmosphere as carbon dioxide. For the world to achieve net zero emissions by 2050, as per the 2016 Paris Agreement, industrial CO2 emissions need to fall by around 45% by 2030 alone. The circular carbon economy can eliminate almost half of those remaining greenhouse gas emissions by capturing and reusing a projected 9.3 billion metric tons of CO2 by 2050. Industries need to begin implementing their roadmaps to develop viable large-scale carbon capture solutions from today to hit 2030 and in fact 2050 targets. Net zero refers to the goal of minimizing total carbon emissions from humans into the Earth's atmosphere, with any emissions offset by carbon removal to reach a net output of zero. This is also referred to as carbon neutrality. Reaching net zero targets requires more than reducing emissions. Businesses across industries need to embrace advances in green technology to reduce their reliance on fossil fuels and their impact on the environment. Since heavy industry is already familiar with complex supply chain infrastructure, they are uniquely suited to harness the potential of the circular carbon economy to make an immediate impact on the global climate targets. Governments around the world are lowering limits on the amount of carbon waste that can be produced. The European Union presented a new rule to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 55% by 2030. These tightening regulations will continue to raise the cost of CO2 emissions. At the same time, many jurisdictions are creating subsidies and tax credits for businesses that capture their carbon emissions. This creates an opportunity for early adopters to recoup much of the capital and operational costs involved in implementing carbon capture systems. These incentives will further drive innovation in carbon capture utilization and storage technologies, while also decreasing the cost of implementation. Download our Circular Carbon Economy ebook and talk to a carbon keen expert.